Is RainbowSixSiege dying? Now, I know, despite what everyone may believe, numbers are going down, everything's going down. And as someone who manages these YouTubers and is a content creator myself, and I'm looking at these numbers going down, it is reasonable to think that Siege is dying. But Siege isn't dying. The player base is healthy, and yes, we are losing some players here and there, and we are losing some actual legitimate viewers here and there due to a decline in the game, primarily being related to the fact that there's a lack of content long-term, rather than cheaters and stuff. That realistically doesn't matter a massive amount. But is Siege really dying? No, Siege is not really dying. What's happening is there's a small decline right now because the content is relatively stale. When we get a new season, those numbers are going to be back up. Things are going to be fine. People are freaking out right now because it's the end of the season and the content that is here is pretty stale. So what do you do as a content creator? You just sit back and relax. If you make good content and you have a good personality, your editing is good, and the videos that you make are engaging or helpful in some way and have meaning and provide value, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. The people that are complaining about their channels dying are making legitimately bad content. And it doesn't have to be legitimately bad in the sense that it is bad content. It's legitimately bad as there has been no innovation done to that content in 2 years. All these channels that are quote-unquote dying are clip channels that just do nothing but upload champion highlight clips, which is fine. You can do that. That was the meta 2 years ago, but the meta is now is what Garfield's Doc is doing. Garfield's Doc is a great example of why Siege is not dying. If you look at his content, the man innovates, and it's fun to watch. I watch Garfield's content. I love what he's done, and I really hope more content creators take the approach that Garfield is doing and combining personality-based content with legitimately good content that provides value in some meaningful way, whether that value is to make you laugh or whether that value is to actually help you improve at the game. I think what Garfield is doing is by far the best content in Siege, and I think that's why he's going to be at 100K by the end of this year. You can mark my words on that. I'm buying the Garfield stock now. I've been buying the Garfield stock at 1,000 subs. Okay, I think Garfield is doing the best content. I think more content creators need to realize that if you have a good personality and you make good content, then your views will go up. But if you just do the same old, and you don't make good content, then you're not going to see that growth because you're not innovating. That's my legitimate belief. I also do think that, the aforementioned fact that the content in the game right now is relatively stale, and I think that, there's maybe a minute possibility that cheaters and M&K being issues on the respective platforms are the reason why we're seeing some decline, but I think that's more of a player-based decline rather than a viewership decline. I think the viewership decline comes from the fact there's no innovation in content, and the content that is in the game is currently stale. So you have to add value to the content you provide, being your personality and leveraging on that. Those are my legitimate opinions on why RainbowSixSiege is quote-unquote dying. I don't think it's actually dying. I think we're in a lull period right now, and that we're going to go back up after the Invitational and after they announce this new RainbowSixSiege roadmap, which I would wager a pretty high percent is going to be revealed at the Invitational, because without it, game's kind of stale. So that being said, those are my thoughts on why RainbowSixSiege is dying. If you guys have any opinions yourself, put it in the comments below. If this ends up going on Twitter, which I might actually put it on Twitter because I think it's some good, valuable content. Hey, comment on Twitter why you think Siege is dying. I will disagree, even though as someone who does backend analytics for Disrupt Gaming and stuff, I can see that there is a decline, but at the same time, we haven't been innovating our content over there. And all the other channels that are dying also have not seen innovation in content. So I can say with a pretty strong certainty that right there is the primary reason that we're seeing a lot of people lose views on YouTube and Twitch at least. Again, in the comments below, tell me what your guys' opinion is. It's been Vexian the Sexian. Peace.